What are your expectations for HSR 3.4 water buff for all collectors, 2 collab, and maybe Final? Okay, that's a great question. That is a great question. What I expect for version 3.4, right? I think I've brought about a very similar discussion back in my very, very long time ago video when they first made the topic of they're gonna buff the units, right? So first things first, Kafka, she makes DOT crit. She triggers the DOT explosion from the follow-up attack and give her like higher speed or something. Give her like an action value advance so that she can cycle a little bit better or some form of energy regeneration. Any of these things would make her really, really good, right? Or at least a lot better than what she is right now because her personal, I'll call it because the personal DOT damage multiplier is just way too low. And I'm assuming that if Black Swan was to remain the team and the brand new DOT comes out, which is going to be the violent girl, right? The physical DOT, you need someone that can keep up with the process. And if Kafka is not going to be the one dealing the damage from the multipliers, then she needs to pro them as fast as possible. So that's going to be the Kafka buff I'm going to be expecting. Still Wolf buff, if I can just like hope, I hope that she's AoE, right? Because the single target is just really not helping her in the mob-based content. If she's going to be able to be AoE, I think that would help her. Actually, I feel like the main problem with Silver Wolf is mainly just the random RNG weakness implant as well as the AoE. So if they can fix out of these two things, I think it's okay. Because everybody has a free access to the event like right, tutorial mission. So her ultimate rotation is actually very, very straightforward. It's always going to be guaranteed 3 turns with energy regeneration. If you get an E1, it's going to be guaranteed 2 turns. So I think that's fine. Blade. Ooh, Blade, I'm guessing they made they give it a built-in taunt. Similar to My Day. Right? Like after you cast Blade's ultimate, you have like a 2-turn taunt or some shit. So you can actually guarantee that Blade himself does get hit. And then he can actually make use of his own signature icon. Instead of like relying on Yun Li's signature icon just for the sake of taunt chance. So give him like some built-in taunt in the ultimate would be very nice. Also reducing the follow-up attack count. Arc 10 months, right? Also reducing the number of times you're gonna hit him from 5 to 4. Like just make that E6 in his base kit. It's not like he's gonna change anything. And then make that E6 be 3 stacks. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be pretty good. And then finally, Jingliu, right? I've mentioned Jingliu is the easiest to buff. Just make sure that her spectral transmigration state lasts outside of her own action value order, similar to how Aglaia and Firefly works, right? Make that buff duration state just go outside of her so that you can actually give her a lot of turn without getting punished as a play base, right? When you run her with Sunday, run her with Bronya, run her with Sparkle, right? You give her as many turns as possible, such that she can still remain in spectral transmigration. Then the next wave, she'll still be there without getting punished for, you went too many turns, right? That would be really good. So those are the 4 buffs that I'm hoping to see. For Archer as well as Saber, I'm hoping that Saber is basically like a equivalent of a version 3 destruction DPS, right? A version 3 destruction DPS would be quite good. So maybe in the same veins as My Day, then bring something to the table. From the way I see the ultimate, it was like a huge hit. A little bit similar to how Yun Li charges the ultimate. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be a little bit like a multi-targeting, right? Based on the number of bounces. So if it's gonna be down to single target, it increases damage. If it's gonna be a lot of targets, you can still hit all the targets. Then that'll be quite nice. And then other things I'm hoping from Saber is gonna be essentially some kind of I'm a little bit tired. Honestly, I'm a little bit tired of like the unique ultimate charge. I think it would be quite nice if Saber herself can actually just use a normal energy based ultimate. Then we can maybe potentially see even more use for like Sunday or maybe even Tingyun or some kind of energy regeneration. I think that would be quite nice. For Archer, I'm gonna keep it about. I have no idea what he does. Right, I heard he summons things. Actually, they're both summons, right? So no expectation of Archers. So maybe Finon. No expectations, right? So that's pretty much it of what I'm hoping to happen to the upcoming units in Triple. Right? Okay, cool. Okay. You have cooled your last cool, my man.